Je m'appelle Fomon Demote et ce soir, je suis avec LGBT sur LGBT TV Radio.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
My name is Frank Idemudia Alapa, that's my name. Talking sports is my game, and I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbete TV Radio. For undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbete TV Radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Elegbete TV Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen.
Let's get the game started. I mean, it's a show time and we've got to do the show. Good morning and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Edafe Matthew. You love to call me the Elegbete on the Sports. It's the second day of the month of October. For those of us who started the year and thought that the year is a very long year, well, it's about wrapping up. We're in the Ember month now, so every month is we're just 3 months away from the end. October, November, and December. Whatever it is you have planned, whatever it is you're supposed to do. Sometimes people think that plans and execution is only about money. Okay, so I need to share this. There are times where we have plans and projects that we want to do on Elegbete TV radio or whatever Elegbete TV as a company. And one of the things I always tell my crew is, let us simulate it. What we would do when the money comes, how we would do it. So let's take, for instance, our plan is to go and produce the MPFL. That's what we're aiming for. We'll carry our equipment, we'll go to any grassroots team and offer to produce their game for free. Because we want to know what are the itches, the hiccups, the hurdles that we will face if we have to do this. And it's always very important to us because practice, they say, makes perfect. And we have to make practice so that when they now call us to come do something, even if it's an emergency situation, we'll be able to handle it. Again, if we're not doing that, so back in the day where we still had our studio, the office, one of the things that we practice here, one of our practices that we watched a lot of TV. Myself, the producer, our creative director, Siku, the chief operating officer, Precious, Alison, when Alison was with us, and the rest of the crew will sit in my living room. Back then, I was living in Road 8. We'll sit in my living room and we'll watch all of the content series that is related to, creating a business, creating an empire on YouTube, on Amazon Prime, on Netflix, Apple TV, Paramount Plus, Hulu. Yeah, some people are saying you're in Nigeria, you're watching all this. Yes, I am. Okay. And beyond all of that, sometimes we will read, we'll do research, we would put ourselves in that working state where, okay, let's research on this subject, let's research on this, let's see who's produced this, who's done this, who's done that, what did they do right, what are the mistakes, what can we do right. I mean, you can still do all of that and still not make any meaningful progress. But one of the things you would benefit from all of that is that you have now fine-tuned your mind to be able to do some things. I've seen a lot of people come to me and say, oh, I have a plan. I want to go into farming. What type of farming? Because farming comes with a lot of, you want to rear goats or cow or chicken or eggs or, plants, yam or tomato, pepper. What do you want to farm about? I said, I don't know. You can't go to people with a proposed idea of what you don't know. I want to do this, I want to do that. Have you read about it? How many videos have you watched on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram? What are you watching? Lately, I have a very small space in front of my house, and I feel like, that space is going to waste. And I've been telling my wife, I want to farm pepper and tomato to the point where we will not need to buy tomatoes again. We'll be taking from the place. She's been laughing at me like, you don't start. And I'm like, okay, don't worry, I will do it. And if you check my WhatsApp, like I've downloaded my phone, downloaded how to plant tomato, how to fight against pests, what season, what time is the best to plant them, pepper, and all of that, because it's what I want to do. And I think that that's one of the places. The knowledge gap is one of the things that is affecting a lot of us when it comes to execution. Government is stressing us. So I'm not lying. The country is working against us. But even in the face of government stressing up, some people are still making it on a daily basis. And like I always say, chaos is the greatest opportunity of humanity. And the kind of chaos that we have in Nigeria right now is a great opportunity, because everywhere you look, there is a problem to be fixed. Think about it for 1 minute. What if you are the one who's providing the solution? Because there are 200 million Nigerians. And let me give you this, for instance. China people were sitting in their home and they saw that Nigeria is having light issue. Instead of them to help us get a hydro power plant that would automatically, give us light, what did they do? They saw market. If they give us hydro power plant, there's no market. They saw market and rechargeable fan, rechargeable laptop, this one, everyone. You know how much of that thing that people have made money off us? We're poor people, but you know how many people, rechargeable light everywhere. That's how it works. All of these things, you have to see the solution and the problem instead of seeing the complaint. Having said that, let's come back to what we're here for, the matter that we're here for. Let's start with Engineer Ibrahim Abiola. Thank you very much for joining the member circle. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola has become one of our newest member as he signed up with the bronze membership. Thank you very much. God bless you. I really do appreciate. Thank you. Tells me that people love what we're doing, and I appreciate the support. I wouldn't lie. As much as we speak like, oh, we need 1 million subscribers, we need 100,000, 250,000, 500,000 subscribers. Every new person that joins in this team gives me joy. It gives me one more reason to try again. Like, okay, yes, we're not there yet, but people are not giving up on us. People are still believing in us, and we cannot fail them. Like I told someone, I said, the YouTube members are your directors. They are answerable to them. You can't just wake up and say, oh, you got all of them and then you want to quit. You're not going to do it again. Okay, so because you don't have 1 million subscribers means you will not abandon these people that have committed to you. So we're going to be here. But let's jump into football and see how it goes. In football was really footballing last night, and the yellow wall was not interested in what Celtic had done previously, because as a matter of fact, as far as they are concerned, to them, it is massacre time. If Bayern can beat their opponent in match day 1 by 9-1, then why can't they do it? And that's exactly what happened, because they turned Celtic into something that I'm not sure Celtic were ready for it. That's the way that I see it. I'm not sure Celtic went into that game. If you consider how Brendan Rodgers was talking about, they are wiser now, they understand some things, they know what to do, they're going to go into this game fully prepared. My brother, they're not fully prepared, nothing. They're not fully prepared, nothing, because oh God, those Dortmund people. Karim Adeyemi was on Iga Shop Ibadan Amala before he played that game. He was on a different level. Like he was just there for the kill. Like today we die here. That kind of feeling. And this is the same Borussia Dortmund that went away to Club Brugge in Belgium and ripped them apart in the second half. And then looking at the fact that Bayern won JNK Dynamo 9-2 in the first week, they could say like, okay, you know what? It's the year of the German teams bombarding opposition. Let's get it done. And it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals to nothing. Damn. And FC Barcelona is like, okay, yes, first match day wasn't good for us. Wasn't how we planned it. Wasn't the way we expected it. We wanted to do more, but we didn't get what we wanted. Real Madrid, our country brother, won their game, late in the second half against Stuttgart, 3-0. And they looked at themselves and said, you know what, we're not going to sit here and become the laughing stock of everybody. We're going to do something. And something indeed they did, okay? Because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals to nothing. After losing 2-1, conceding a red card against Monaco. Now, Barcelona, there's something about Barcelona that is intriguing and interesting me. This team is currently decimated by injuries. Yes, and people don't talk about that a lot. This team is, the entire midfield of FC Barcelona is off. The backup midfield, off. So it's the backup to the backup that they are playing. But one way or the other, they've lost only twice. One game in the league and one game in the Champions League this season. And there must be something amazing, something impressive that as a flick is doing that has flicked on the light for them. I think we should give them credit. Bayer Leverkusen won their first game in the competition 2 weeks ago, 4-0 away at Feyenoord, but yesterday it was the man himself, Amaka boyfriend, that scored the only goal against Milan. Milan was in better shape compared to the game against Liverpool, and they won that game 1-0. Inter Milan were 4 goals to the good against Vesna Zvezda or Resta Belgrade, and it was 1-1 draw. There are 2 games that ended 1-1. 2 draws yesterday. The others were straight winning massacre, apart from the Leverkusen Milan game, because Stuttgart Sparta Prague 1-1. I wasn't expecting that. PSV Sporting 1-1. The other games, Arsenal, okay, not too big in scoreline, but against Paris Saint-Germain, it's a good result. 2-0. Borussia Dortmund beat Celtic 7-1. Bre, I told you guys, beat Salzburg 4-0. Inter Milan beats Vesna Zvezda 4-0, and Manchester City went away to Slovan Bratislava and won 4-0 as well. But Barcelona made it 5-0 against Young Boys. Young Boys were really young boys. I said my Igbo brothers would say in Aba, be small boys, or probably my Yoruba brothers would say Wakere Sinambawa. Okay, so it's just as simple as that. But matches that are going on today: Shakhtar Donetsk playing against Atalanta, Girona, Feyenoord, Liverpool, Bologna, Leipzig, Juventus. That's a game of interest for me. And then Benfica, Atleti, another game of interest for me. GNK Dynamo versus Monaco, Lille, Real Madrid. That's a one-way traffic. Another very interesting game is Aston Villa, Bayern Munich. Aston Villa, Unai Emery will cope against Bayern Munich. The last time these 2 teams played, it was in the finals in 1984, if I'm not mistaken. Aston Villa won that one against Bayern, and since then they've not played. It's about 40 years now. Let's see what's going to happen. Sturm Graz, Club Brugge. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but today you guys are my analysts. You guys are the ones that we sit on the panel of judges and tell me what you think, how the matches will go, what from yesterday's game, what your opinions about yesterday's game, what you saw that we didn't see. I didn't see all of the games, but I saw quite a few of them. I saw the early games, the Brest Salzburg. I saw that one. I saw the Inter. I saw the Arsenal Paris Saint-Germain. I saw highlight of Dortmund Celtic. Saw highlight of Inter game. Highlight of Barcelona game as well. But I'm banking on you guys to be my analyst, okay? To be my eye and my mouthpiece, my reporter. Analyze the games from yesterday. Give me your own honest analysis. Now, please, like we do in this community, anybody's opinion of the game, the way they saw it, have nothing to do with your own view. So you can say your own as well. Whatever game you saw, give me your own view. Your own view. Don't copy and paste somebody else's view. Don't tell me what somebody said on the radio this morning that you heard. What did you see? Try your hand on that, and let's push it from there. But let's look at all of the matches that was played yesterday. Let's start with the Tuesday night action. Salzburg 0, Brest 4, and this is how it went. So you guys know, if you want to also give me your report, this is how you're going to say it. Brest excellent start to the Champions League, continue with a second win, which came courtesy of a clinical second half performance in Austria. Abdullah Siman opened the scoring in the 24th minute when he raced on to Ludovic Ajoku's pass and held off. That pass is one of the best pass, in the competition. Head off 2 defenders to score. Salzburg had chances of their own, but Madi Kamara added a second midway through the second period. Then Sima grabbed the third with a close-range effort. Matthias Pereira Lage wrap up a memorable night when he swept in the fourth from the edge of the penalty area. Just in case you are still wondering from what I have said, who the man of the match is Abdullah Sima of Brest. So their next game will be Brest versus Bayer Leverkusen, and then you have Salzburg versus GNK in that order on the 23rd of October. Well, let's go to the next game. Stuttgart. I was expecting them to win this one. I won't lie. I expected them to win. And if you watch the prediction from the views from the stand, everybody predicted that Stuttgart will win this one. But then it didn't turn out to be like that. Kenan Kerinen Sublime's 32nd minute equalizer inspired a 4th point, calling in a free kick via a post after Enzo Milot had nodded the opener with 7 minutes played. Martin Vitek and Vilchko Benman-Sevic headed against the woodwork for the visitors either side of Kenan strike. And Berman Sevic was denied by Alexander Nubel's fine save shortly after halftime. Visiting keeper Peter Vindel also excelled, turning Fabian Reder's late long-range effort behind as Stuttgart collected their first point, losing in their first game. This one they won, but then Stuttgart have a game in the next game on the 22nd of October against Juventus. Manchester City play at home against Sparta Prague. Sparta Prague should be praying to the heavens that that is not the day that Erling Haaland will decide to bring the hammer of Thor. The Norwegian Thor have his own way of doing things. Okay, first half goals from Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka. Almost got his 50th goal for Arsenal, but it's on 49. Would have been the youngest player to score 50 if he had scored a second goal last night. But then, not the fastest to get to 50. Fastest to get to 50 in Arsenal's history is Thierry Henry, the goalmonger. Well, it was good. First half goals from Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka. Kai Havertz took a very big risk. I know in this world, in the next world, in the million world to come, I am not going for that ball. No. Donnarumma, come and take it. I have been punched in my ear before in training. I know how long it took. Sometimes, I even reboot my brain, so I'm not doing that. But first half goes from Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka give us now a comfortable home win over Paris. Havertz puts the Gunners in front with a brave header. I like the word, the brave header. Underline that word. In the 20th minute, and Captain Saka scored directly from a wide free kick 15 minutes later to confirm Arsenal in the ascendancy in North London. John Evans' shot was deflected onto the crossbar by David Raya as Paris sought to get on the score sheet in the second half, but to no avail. Arsenal are obsessed with keeping clean sheet, and that they got in this game. Arsenal are more interested in the clean sheet than anything. You know, if they win and they don't keep a clean sheet, you see them frowning their faces, but they can win. If Arsenal wins 7-1 without a clean sheet, they get angry. They win 1-0 with a clean sheet, they're happier. Man of the match, your guess is as good as mine, but I would have thought that Leandro Trossard should have gotten the man of the match. But hey, people have voted, the media have voted. Kai Havertz for taking that risk, he deserved it. So he got the man of the match. Arsenal next game is still at home, but it's going to be a tricky one. Shakhtar Donetsk. The Ukrainians might be refugees and they are not playing at home. That might be an opportunity, but be very careful. Be careful of Shakhtar Donetsk. They always recruit players that are ready to give it their all. And right now, playing against the Ukrainian team is not the most advisable thing because the odds, the elements are working in their favor. So Arsenal better watch out for that one. Paris Saint-Germain's next game is against PSV Eindhoven. We'll see how they go with that one. No Messi, no Neymar, no Mbappe. Still the same old Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know. From what I monitored on TalkSports this morning, Emmanuel Petit, the former Arsenal and France midfielder and Barcelona as well, and Chelsea, said it's like his days are numbered. So we don't know what would happen. Well, in a game where there was only one goal scored, unfortunately, the goal scorer didn't get the man of the match. Player of the match in this game, Bayer Leverkusen AC Milan was Florian Wirtz. Okay. I mean, he really did work hard from the highlight that I saw. Victor Boniface scored his median Champions League goal as Leverkusen picked up a second straight win in the league phase. Boniface struck the decisive blow in the 51st minute after Mike Magnan had parried Jeremy Frimpong's shot. Alvaro Morata came closer to drawing Milan level, but the Bundesliga champions held out for a maximum point. Okay, player of the match, Florian Wirtz. The next game AC Milan have is against Club Brugge. I think they should be able to get something out of that one. Brett will play against Bayern Leverkusen. That is a slippery slope. But then they've got 6 points already. AC Milan are looking like they are part of the early people that will be eliminated from the competition. I don't know. But let's go to the 7-star Dortmund and 3-star Karim Adeyemi. Yeah, that man with the Ibadan Amala. Yeah, Dortmund cruise past Celtic with Karim Adeyemi. Starting with a first half hat-trick. Emre Can struck first from the penalty spot on 7 minutes. You know, when two people settle their quarrel and then they have a game, you know something is going to go on. Emre Can with Brendan Rodgers just settled their quarrel. You know, they had issues when they were at Liverpool and they made peace. but this piece does not come with me not scoring the penalty. It's got from the 7 minutes into the game, but Celtic equalized 2 minutes later through Dejan Maeda. That's the biggest mistake they made, because Adeyemi soon scored 2 more. Sao Gurisi converted another penalty, and Adeyemi still simply sealed Dortmund's emphatic halftime lead. In the second half, Gurisi netted again to make it 6. Then sub Felix Mecha scored again 11 minutes from time, cap a super night for the home side. They were really on flicks, I wouldn't lie. Those guys were on flicks, okay? Well, while all of this is going on, let's not forget that Manchester City footballer Matheus Nunes arrested and sent to police in Madrid after £53 million star stole a phone from a fan in a nightclub's toilet. I do not understand this story at all. First off, brother man, what's going on? Phone? How much do you earn in a week? The story does not add up at all. Okay, it doesn't add up. I think it's just a setup, but we would see as time goes on. Come on. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Eric Ten Hag breaks silence on his Man United future with insight on what he says. Sir Ratcliffe think, as he repeatedly claimed, club are in transition period despite being over 2 years into his tenure. 16 players signed by you, 600 million spent, you're still in transition. Make on the transition, no wahala, okay? Make on the transition. What's it called? My friend and brother Bobby is comfortable with it, so we can leave them like that. They can continue to suffer. Arsenal made Paris Saint-Germain look vulnerable and ordinary in Champions League win. Now Mikel Arteta's side deserve to be among the favorites to win the whole thing. I don't understand the English media. How would you carry the weight of the word? And then Bukayo Saka went to CBS and was saying that Arsenal, this Arsenal, wow, Arsenal. Let's not forget that some players were missing for this Paris Saint-Germain. They were there. Dembele would have. Well, I don't know. Arsenal have been good defensively, so let me not come and jinx it. Real Madrid are concerned by 85 million stars performance as brutal start is revealed. Okay, in case you don't know, it's Aurelio Tchouameni, and everybody is complaining. Kai Havertz infuriates Chelsea fans after he claims it would mean more to him to win the Champions League with Arsenal as they bite back at the ungrateful Gunner star. Whatever I like on talk, the man have said his piece. If you don't like it, go look bush. That's all I know. It is his own career. He said it will mean more to him. Why are you people getting angry? Okay. Frank Lampard have also admitted that he have regrets over Kai Havertz's time at Chelsea, as Summer Blues Boss reveals the conundrum he couldn't solve for the Arsenal star. Whatever it is, the man is flourishing. I think he scored in every home game that he's played this season. Let's just hope that form continues and he also takes it on the road. Man City brushed aside Slaven Bratislavas Trojan horse treatment to get back to winning ways and extend incredible Champions League run. Okay, one more win and they are 26. Now they are equal on 25 with whoever. It's time to go to 26. That's what they are working on. We will see. But then you guys had you be my reporter, be my analyst. How did you see yesterday's game? How, what was your take on it? Like in Borussia Dortmund game, remember it was Karim Adeyemi that was the man of the match. Why is there any need for guessing? Okay, let's go to this one where Rafinha was the man of the match for the Barcelona versus Young Boys. It was men versus boys. Barcelona bounced back from an opening defeat at Monaco with a convincing 5-0 victory spearheaded by teenager Lamine Yamal. 2 goals from Robert Lewandowski, either side of a headed set piece. Conversion from Inigo Martinez and Rafinha's strike on the rebound and the host a 4-goal advantage early in the second half. Young Boys did the woodwork through Joel Montero before Mohamed Ali Kamara netted a late own goal to add to the old tally. But the man of the match, Rafinha, the Brazilian, it's a guy. So yesterday's story, where saw a headline where Victor Osimhen says is worth more than 100 million euros. It does look good to talk big about yourself, talk tough, and all that. That there are things only him and a few other players can do. Okay, Victor Osimhen declares he's worth over 100 million euro as the former Chelsea and Arsenal target. Insists there are a few players in the world like him. So the thing is, somebody asked me what my take. I agree, because this guy had a buyout clause just last summer. There's a buyout clause this summer that just passed now that says 130 million. So I don't really see the depth of the argument. But knowing how the window went for him and all the drama that went, I thought that he should just focus on scoring the goals and pushing that mentality narrative and be going. Because right now he's not damaged goods, but he's a stained goods. Okay, so like you want to buy a car, for instance, and they ship the car in, and then when you're inspecting the car, you see one dent on the side. The dent does not affect the engine, does not affect the chassis, the glasses are not broken, the mirrors are not broken, but there's just a dent. You know that dent can make the price go from, let's say for instance the car is supposed to be 40 million, it can go from that, just that punch on the side of the car can take it to 35 million. Okay, so these are the things that he needs to look at. I think timing is a problem, not whether he's worth it, because people said that. And when he said that, I asked a very simple question: how much then is Lautaro Martinez worth? Because if we want to look at stats, that's the very one that directly mirrors him. They both play in the Italian Serie A. They both have won the Italian Serie A. They both have been highest goal scorer in the league. Lautaro Martinez was player of the season. He's won the Golden Boot as well. He's won the league. Same with Victor Osimhen. But beyond that, he's gone on to win the Copa America, the World Cup. He's won a lot of other things. How much would Lautaro Martinez be worth? Because now that's how you will mirror him in all of the stat table or the numbers table. But whatever it is, I think that it shouldn't be Victor Osimhen saying it. That's just my own. And then the timing. But is it worth it? Come on. Let's say he's got 2 goals, 3 assists already this season, and the season is just starting, and he does look like he's going to score quite a lot more, and he scores crazy, brutally crazy goals. So you can't take it away from him, but it is what it is, man. The brothers decided to be his own PRO, his own image maker, and talking about Lautaro Martinez. He was in the game yesterday. Inter claimed their first win and made it 10 Champions League home matches without defeat. By cruising past Vesna Zvezda or Resta Belgrade after Akan Şanlıurfa had called in a splendid 11-minute free kick, Mehdi Taremi, who's the man of the match for Inter, set up both Marko Arnautovic and Lautaro Martinez to slot in during the second half. Summer signing Taremi then opened his account for the club by clipping in a penalty with 9 minutes left and also winning the man of the match. Lautaro Martinez was on fire. Let's go to this game that was exciting and boring at the same time. PSV and Sporting shared the spoils in an entertaining draw at the PSV stadium. Jadi Skoten intercepted a stress pass and strode onto space before firing past Franco Israel to give PSV a 15-minute lead. The Eredivisie side had several good opportunities to increase their advantage, but ultimately had to settle for a draw after sub Daniel Braganca equalized with an outstanding first-time finish at the near post from Massimiliano Araujo's cross in the 84th minute of the clock. Jadi Skotan, who scored for PSV, was the man of the match. Had quite a few chances to have made it more, but wasn't his day. Manchester City got their campaign rolling with 2 goals either side of halftime. Ike Gundogan combined with Phil Foden to open the scoring with his first goal since rejoining the club. Then Foden doubled their advantage with his opening goal of the campaign. Erling Haaland rebounded Slovan keeper Dominik Takek to make it 3. The Norwegians 42nd strike in 41 Champions League appearances before James McCarthy punts on Foden's chip for his first goal in City's color. Just in case you don't know, James McCarthy is another product of the Manchester City Youth Academy. Man of the match in this one is Phil Foden. For those who says, oh, Pep Guardiola does not give young players a chance, he doesn't give youth a chance. Well, that's another youth alongside what's it called? Rico Lewis, Phil Foden, Kupama, if you would add that one, and all the rest. So coming up today, Shakhtar Donetsk play against Atalanta. It's 5:45 Nigerian time, 6:45 Eastern Central Eastern time. Girona Feyenoord same time. And then you have Aston Villa, Bayern Munich, JNK Dynamo Monaco, Liverpool Bologna, LOSC Lille versus Real Madrid, Leipzig Juventus, Sturm versus Club Brugge, Benfica Atleti. This Atletico Madrid, these games today are so unpredictable. But then the omnia start of predicting this result was put to the crew, and they did their best. They did their best when I brought them to the table to make their predictions. So you can watch it on the channel after the show. It's been nice. And for those of you who are engaging the Jonathan Akpobere interview, thank you very much. Jonathan Akpobere sent me a message, very, very emotional anyway. He's like, oh, thank you very much. What I like about it is the way your people are commending me and saying good things. It's very, very nice. So I like that. It's good. So that's very, very nice for everybody to see. Having said that, it's 30 minutes already, so my time is up. It's your time now. Let's use your time very, very well and see how it goes. So, how did you see the game? What's your talk about the games of yesterday? And what's your preview for tonight's games? Let's get it on the talking point. Sabi girl, who used to be girlfriend to Karim Adeyemi, have told us that it's not amala that he likes, it's fufu that he likes to eat. Yeah, thank you very much. Ex-girlfriend to Karim Adeyemi. You dumped him back in the day, right? Thank you very much for sharing some secret to us. Let's look at it from top to bottom. No, not the Buhari style anyway. Sorry. Must top to bottom. Tosi Lima says, good morning, Raz. Good morning to you. Man City had a field day yesterday. Fulham will be another test for their midfield by weekend. I don't think Fulham would cause them to stumble. Let's be very honest. They've drawn 2 games back to back in the league. I don't think Fulham will make them stumble. They will run over Fulham. Alan will go and score a hat-trick and everybody will rest. Henry Morrison, welcome to the membership club. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola. Someone in Babajide say, another member said that, Baba, good morning. Are you partying to Mary? Arsenal Rolls Royce performance is a beauty to behold. Premier League will be red this season, and the entire Europe will also be red because our cannon is fully loaded. Now let's say something here. I'm one of those who wanted Thomas Partey to go last window, right? I think that the smartest decision from the manager was not letting Partey go, because who would have covered? Merino came in that game and he was in nuisance to himself and the Arsenal team, because when he came in, that midfield became porous. All of a sudden, Paris Saint-Germain started getting inroad and it looked like they were going to score. And if they score one, the team might panic and then they score a second one. But hey, we know that Arsenal is solid in defense, which is good. But then again, I can also forgive him. New club, new city. What a big night to throw him into the fray. I was thinking that Arteta was going to wait till probably Southampton or probably after the international break. But then again, if you look at it from one front, it's good. Now he's experienced it. Baptism of fire. And it came out unscattered. And, it's beautiful seeing how Gabriel Martinelli is not playing, and the fact that you can play Gabriel Martinelli and Trossard on the same team. I know that when Odegaard comes in, that conversation will change. That story will change. But for now, it's nice. And I like the fact that the players that are on the bench are also good enough to come in and add value to the team. So, Arsenal on the road, they're looking good, but it's still early days. Now, one of the things that I like about the Arsenal team, I won't lie, is that right now they are playing at 50%. They are not as efficient as they were from January to May last season. So that's not the new standard to judge Arsenal. If Arsenal really want to chase for the title, they are still misplaced passes, time run, delay in returning the ball. Is not good, creating of chances in the opposition area, of lucky goals, and it's just the truth. So I'm looking forward to them going to the UAE again to go and eat them and coming back and then straight away and then do whatever they need to do. Because as far as I'm concerned, Arsenal still have some gaps. But then what makes it interesting is in the having of this gap, in the playing, without being in their full steam, they have not like they played from January to May. What happens? Because matches where you expect them to lose, out of it. Also, there's one that you expect them to win. Guys, I think that we're having fun. It's not supposed to be such hard work anyway, but since you guys want me to say it, I think you guys enjoy me saying. I'm suspecting that one person one day will take all the click on the like button that I have been saying and turn it into a meme. I know that's why you guys are always ignoring it and pretending like it's not important. But please click on the like button if you're watching live right now. Having said that, let's take it further. This is that's true. Complete doesn't fix problems. Solution does. And everyone here good morning to you. Food relies to eat. Okay, as an ex-girlfriend, she's giving you confirmed inside information. Okay, what side of the bed does it sleep on? And tell us what this rituals share with us. You say down just 2 seconds. Just be on the comment. Okay, the games were very interesting yesterday. The games rain goes are plenty. All the big boys won. The Larry went on to say Barcelona is scary. The level of confidence the youngsters is amazing. I think doing something there is to amazing. I think must do something there is to be appreciated for what he's doing, because sometimes we don't talk about this enough, especially some coaches. Some coaches are on the rise. Says Baba, there isn't any better time to make money in Nigeria. Meeting it in your locality with income. Absolutely. I know spring onion, garlic, tomato, pepper, and scale. And you don't need like acres of land. Yes, it's good if you have the acres of land, but you really don't need the acres of land. That front stage that you have that you're wasting away, you can do that. If you can't sell it, at least you can save the money and eat it and not go out to buy again. Those are some little things that we can do now. It's a country that needs that kind of thinking, that kind of mindset, that kind of change of direction in the way we think, in the way we see things. We must do everything to be on that space. If not, we'll complain from that till kingdom come, but nothing changes. I just hope that we start seeing the country like that, because it's very, very important. The last you wanted to say, Dortmund game was good and fast paced. It was easy for them to rattle the Celtic. I thought that Celtic were going to at least give it a fight. I wasn't expecting them to win. I mean, you will be Celtic from Scottish League. What's that? Amateur League. Come and beat Dortmund. No, Dortmund were in the finals of Champions League last season. If Celtic was playing against Madrid, nobody would say they will win. So I wasn't expecting them to go there and win. But 7-1, Jesus Christ. 7-1, professional football. I never lost 7-1 to anybody. 7-1, 7. Scoring 7. Let's break it down. That's more like one goal every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes or every 12 or 13 minutes. Wait till happen. Come on from my front. What's that? No, come beat everybody for Scotland. Come out in public or embarrass everybody. No. Just put the community to shame. 7-1. Jesus. Beat people shout. They don't beat Barcelona 8-2 before, so man don't talk. They can beat anybody. Babajide Sanlu says Dortmund just had the darling code of Celtic. Can Karim come play for Nigeria? I have been watching him for a while now. No, he cannot. He has played for the German senior national team. He's no longer eligible to play for Nigeria. Ogana Kari say, what is happening to Gunners? Something good is happening. That's what is happening. What were you expecting? I know you're a Manchester United fan that year. I don't forget to. Manchester United Arsenal. Don't forget. Olafat says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Like I said yesterday, that Arsenal will keep them quiet. Even Dembele should be there. Lastly, it will be carried out of the game. When Calafiori jam Kang in 2 times, he do normal. I agree with you, but I was worried. it'd be like, this team is fast. They might give us. Their white men are very, very. I mean, Bakola almost, got Durantin by, the penalty, but it just happened. That Calafiori handball, they just throw away face. When it's your time, it's your time. This happened to another team versus Arsenal. Arsenal fans don't complain. That was a handball. He touched his hand. Blah blah blah. You see, what goes around comes around. Sometimes it happens for you. Sometimes it happens against you. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm just saying, let's not forget to talk about it, because sometimes we pretend when it happened in favor of Arsenal, we pretend like, oh no, it doesn't happen. When it happened against Arsenal, oh, the referees are against us. The VR, blah blah blah. You saw that one, no? It happened and nobody said anything. Well, let's move further down and say, I think Dortmund got the better of Celtic highline, and there's nothing the Celtic goalkeeper or players could do to that Adeyemi 3 goals. They were superb strike. And is that thing that somebody was arguing with me the other day? I said Man United were horrible, but he said no, it's not Man United that was horrible. That Tottenham Hotspur played the best game of their life in many years. And I stood there, I was like, maybe we'll look at football differently, but any other team on that day will beat Tottenham Hotspur, because first of all, the highline was too much. And then you have those two white players that are fast, Garnacho and Rashford. All you just need to do, keep putting the ball there. And I expect Bruno Fernandes to really play those in Hollywood football, but unfortunately he didn't play it. And it just didn't work. And so all of a sudden now it's now because Ange Postecoglou is now, I don't think so. I just think that Spurs played against a Man United team that was discombobulated, that was terrible, horrible, and they just couldn't find their paces, and their positioning was disrupt, right? That's the reason why. But hey, I mean, to the winners, the Spurs, so let's give them their respect. Alafa say a player doesn't decide his price tag. It's either his agent or the club. It reminds me of Folari Balogun's case when he posted on IG that 50 million was too much for his price tag. That was foolishness. That was like when I saw that post, I was like, oh my God, do they advise all these players? All these people with Nigerian blood, they're not just in get sense. Sometimes. Some things shouldn't be your job. You shouldn't be doing that. But hey, well, Osimhen is Osimhen. He's got coconut head. Come on. Nobody's going to force him, to advise him to. He should do what he likes. Teacher Love says, good morning, Elevated TV family. Arsenal finally showed the toothlessness of PSG and struggled in the first game. Arsenal showed they are finally a big game team. What a controlled display of maturity. Really? That's what you want to say? When you say finally, I don't understand. Arsenal have beaten Inter Milan in Milan. Arsenal have beaten Real Madrid. Arsenal have beaten Villarreal. We beat Paris Saint-Germain, a French team, and this is finally. Yeah, you see. The only kind of thing they made me descend to they go meet somebody. I'll send you after you now. Don't carry go on. I see. I don't like being disrespected. Now Paris Saint-Germain will play. Yes, yesterday I was a bit not sure, but now Paris Saint-Germain will play. So please tone it down. Put some respect to the name. They've been to the Champions League finals. We've been to the finals. We both did not win it. So what's the big team they buy bad than that? What make them big? Because they win one league. If Arsenal was in the French league, we don't win 20 straight. Olavan says, like I said yesterday, and Arsenal caged the inexperience of PSG boys. Yes, they had the ball, and that was to happen. But the midfield and defense can't match Arsenal midfield and defense. I agree. Winners can brag. Winners chaper. They can brag. Hey. Not this Arsenal where they pray, so help me God, against Brighton. And this Arsenal with the talk. Okay. Let's leave it like that. Olafa says, so boss, with the way Arsenal are playing with Kahava, do you think Arsenal needs an expensive striker in Gyökeres or Osimhen? If possible, Arsenal go on to score 100 plus goals. No, Arsenal does not need Osimhen. I have said it from day one. Arsenal does not need Osimhen. And this have got nothing to do with if you need a judge video. If you have been following me for 2 seasons now, I've been saying Arsenal does not need Osimhen. The thing is, I know Osimhen way more than a lot of people think. Arsenal does not need Osimhen. That's not me wishing him bad, but I don't think I love Arsenal more. I love Arsenal more. Arsenal, I mean, I've been into Arsenal way before Osimhen was born. Whatever his real age or his fake age is, but I've been into Arsenal long before he was born. One thing I will say here is Arsenal does not need Osimhen. Arsenal does not need that kind of volatile personality around that thing. He's a good player, he's a fantastic guy, but Arsenal can do without him. Yeah. So Victor Gyökeres, yes. What does Victor Gyökeres bring to the Arsenal team? Victor Gyökeres brings an athlete where, I mean, not everybody, but if you want to play Man City, for instance, if you take away Erling Haaland and you put Phil Foden there, what they have is no tracking player. That means that you don't have anybody that you can pinpoint. But it also means that there is no real fear, which is also good. That's what's working for Arsenal now. They become very unpredictable. You don't know where the trouble will come from. But there are games where you need a player that will strike the fear of the Lord in the heart of the opposition. And that's where you need a Victor Gyökeres. I just think that Arsenal need that one additional player who strikes the fear of God. A Didier Drogba type, an Anelka type, a Thierry Henry type, a Ruud van Nistelrooy type, a Filippo Inzaghi type. He's just there. It might not be working. But the way Arsenal play right now, let's be very honest. And it's also one of the reasons why when I complain about Arsenal not signing the striker, I try to understand. If you look at Arsenal, every game they've gone one man down, the team have collapsed. It used to happen like that for City. If you go back, there was a game, City versus Wolves. City were 2 goals up. They got a player sent off. I've forgotten the player. That's about 3 or 4 seasons ago. The player got sent off, I think, halfway through the game. Wolves came back and won 3-2. And because the system that Arteta plays is acting is similar to that of Pep Guardiola's system. Just the difference is that Pep Guardiola's own is built with the strength in attack. Arteta's own is built with the strength in defense. So it's the opposite. It's the same. What do I call it? Two sides of the same coin. So Arsenal is the defensive side of Pep Guardiola's team. That is the offensive side of the Arsenal team. Now, if you put in a striker who does not press, who does not track back like Haaland does, I'm not sure Arsenal have the players that can handle that because there will be a displacement. Now, what Pep Guardiola's team have is that he have about 4 to 5 players in his team that can cancel 2 of the opposition player. So at any given time, they gain possession, they control the game. Arsenal are not there yet. They are getting there. I don't think that Bukayo Saka and Martinelli are there. Every time you've put them in a place where they have to track back as much as they go forward, you will notice that their output, their performances drop. So we need to find that balance. I guess that's what Merino in midfield. If you look at the defense now, it's more technical, more tactical compared to last season. Last season was more fluid, more stronger, but this one is more technical. You could see that Calafiori can, take the ball from the opposition and beat the press immediately, and you find him in midfield and then also leading to attack. Same with Jurriën Timber, either walking on a straight line or breaking into midfield. These are tactical jargons that I'm beginning to speak. I'm sure some people are looking at me like, what is this? What the hell is this guy saying? But that's what the team is. From the back, the triangles are complete. The inverted triangle and the outward triangles are complete. From defense coming into midfield like this, and from midfield going out into the wide areas. Very, very complete. But there is still so who is our point man? Who do we get the ball to? There is still that one. Another thing that Arsenal needs to fix between a top striker and a player who every 3 free kick puts the ball in the net. Arsenal need one player like that buries the ball straight. But compensating for that, Arsenal have built a system where they are specialists of the dead ball. Okay, whether they will be found out, I don't know yet. But I mean, it's a good journey we're seeing, but I still think that Arsenal needs a Victor Gyökeres. Victor Osimhen, nah, I don't think so. Because there's something about Victor Osimhen and the Premier League. We say everywhere Victor Osimhen has gone, Victor Osimhen have thrived on the fans jumping on him. being his guy. In Italy, fanaticism is up in football. In Turkey, it is up. But in England, people are more about the team than the players. There is no team in England where the fans go crazy about one player. So, and Victor Osimhen does not do well with criticism. Is that as bravadoish as he is, as outwardly strong as he is a small boy on the inside. You don't want, because Arsenal have not won anything. Arsenal is not a champion yet. You don't want him to come in and he's going to have those bad games where the opposition fans would insult him. That thing I did in what's it called, in Napoli. If he does that in England, it could be a problem. If he do all those, some of those behind the scenes things when they do, it could be a problem. There is knife gang waiting for him in England. There is a whole lot of things that you don't want right now because the Arsenal team is building like a unit going forward. You don't want a volatile player that will come in and not turn it all around. So I don't think Victor Osimhen is the guy that Arsenal need. Do I have a problem with Victor Osimhen? No, but I love my team. I love my Arsenal. And I'm enjoying what we're building. I'm loving what we're building. That's just my own position on that. Kai Havertz is doing well, but look at it for a minute. All the goals he scored this season, has he not at home? Does he score on the road? Arsenal still need somebody to score on the road. And the good thing is, if you're bringing in a striker, you don't really need to kick Kai Havertz off the team. Gabriel Jesus is the sacrificial lamb. Yeah, he's the one that will be sacrificed. He had to go, unfortunately. Again, if we wait till the summer before we do a signing, there's already an already made sacrificial lamb. Raheem Sterling, get out the payroll. Bring in somebody else. So if I look at the team, I feel very comfortable. Like, okay, that's good. At the end of the season, you bring in another midfielder, Thomas Partey goes. So the team have a direction. They know where they're going. They work in the process. The backliner is okay. You know, you don't have to spend 100 million to buy anybody in defense anymore. You have players that can do another 5 years for you. But Arsenal needs to win something very fast and something major. Because if Arsenal doesn't win anything major this summer, in May, Real Madrid is going to come for Saliba. Saliba goes, the rebuilding starts again. You would have had another golden, semi-good, no, it's not golden, maybe bronze or silver era without any major wins. So that's something that Arteta needs to look at. Something major is not FA Cup. It's not Carabao Cup. That's not. We're not Man United. We're not. Nah. That's a tournament that should be available to all them Leicester, them Aston Villa, them Brighton, all those people. I can't be winning Carabao Cup and be feeling like you've won something. Nah. It's not for us. And Digital Alma say Leverkusen did enough to ensure the aces of AC Milan were tied and shut down. AC Milan just does not have the players at all. They put the wrong passes though when Morata comes in. They played better. My problem with AC Milan is that, I always say this thing in football that you need to have a fear factor. Since the retirement of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, AC Milan does not have that fear factor. That one player that wows you, that make you like, put your eye on that guy, put your eye on that, watch him. They don't have that kind of player. So everybody look at them like, as good, as brilliant, as tricky as Morata can be, he needs full supply. He needs a complement of a back team that can help him run into the channels, and then somebody that he can peel off from or that can peel off him. But AC Milan doesn't have it right now, and it's a problem. Areola Ayodeji says Celtic getting smacked 7-1 just shows you the quality of their league. You go chop 7 goals for Champions League. Oh, but Barcelona chop 8 for Champions League. Barcelona, the quality of their league. Areola Ayodeji says Leverkusen scored just a goal yesterday. No one saw that coming. I expected a goal feast. Myself, I expected a goal feast, but then it is football. Sometimes this happens. Christopher Martin say good defense wins you tournament. Arteta is cooking. Digital Avuma says Arsenal, the forehands for over 10 years now, but they are back to what Arsenal was known to be. Arteta Naman. Olamide Adeniyi, I think this is the first time I'm seeing this name, says, I saw Man United fans on my way back from church on Sunday, trooping into the stadium, looking all confident and excited. And I said to myself that they will all come out of the match frowning. Why you just evil? Why you don't know that when you're coming from church, there's some strong anointing in your mouth, in your spirit, man. Let me talk like church people. In your spirit, man. And then you went to go and prophesy it. Now look at what has happened to them. Do you think it's good? Even God is not happy with you right now that you prophesy evil upon your neighbor. Well, God will be happy because they are devils. It is what it is. It's not my fault. Lucky Ogale said Nunes allegedly collected the phone of a man who took photos of him in a toilet. But then he's arrested for stealing. They take a picture of you. Listen, you are a celebrity. People will take pictures of you. What really is the big deal? What's the big deal? Like, if you don't want people to, you choose to be famous. I mean, it's a career path that you chose. You could have been in the army, you could have been in secret service, you can have been, you cannot be in secret service. Secret service, now they choose you cannot choose them. But you could have been anywhere. You could have gone to somewhere and do something else when you're not public. And once you're public, snap your pictures. Yes. That's why when we go to Google now and type his name, his picture is everywhere, because people pay money to go and snap their picture. As a matter of fact, people also make money off snapping your picture. So what's the big deal? That guy snapping that picture could make maybe $20,000-$30,000 or euros, depending on how juicy the picture is. And you are taking his phone. First of all, he did not infringe on you. That's a public place. You are in a public space and he snap your picture. Unless you're Bola the show. I don't know, but it is what it is. And I don't know how to talk about. I don't think you should be taking somebody's phone. You're not there within. It's not within your powers to take somebody's phone. That's stealing. That's you stealing somebody's property. That's what it is called. Okay, that's theft. Whether you use force take them or you deceive and take them, it is theft. So this headline, is this headline better than the headline of say somebody snap your picture for toilet? I mean, think about it for a minute. Some things are just not necessary. Some things are not necessary. If you can avoid it with all of your being, all of who you are. Having said that, thank you to everybody for being on the show today. Let's go back to the fixtures of tonight's game, as nobody is willing. There's nobody on the comment section who said anything about tonight's game. Shakhtar Donetsk playing against Atalanta, Girona playing against Feyenoord, Aston Villa, the match. This is the match that I want to watch. Aston Villa, Bayern Munich. Akubade Oguti. JNK Dynamo versus Monaco, Liverpool, Bologna. Liverpool win this one, so I walk over. Lille, Real Madrid, walk over for Real Madrid. Leipzig, Juventus, it's going to be tight. Juventus have learned hard not to be conceding goals, but Thiago Motta is cooking something to take some time. Storm Graz playing against Club Brugge, Benfica, Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are in fine place, so they are in fine place. You need to watch them and be careful with them. But Benfica are a ball playing side. Okay, they carry the ball along, they move, they run for 90 minutes. They're not tired. They enjoy playing football. That's the thing about Atletico Madrid. So, since none of you have any preview of tonight's games, I think it's time for us to pack our bags and baggages and go our separate ways. Let's wait for what happens tomorrow. Once again, thank you to everyone who's been engaging the Jonathan Kobere interview. On behalf of Jonathan, I say thank you because he sent me a message. Thank your fans for their beautiful comment. That's what he said. So thank you to all of you for your beautiful comment. And for those of you who also view our shots, okay, Anif Sanusi and Madubuko Henry gained some very good traction since we posted it. We'll hopefully post more and do more shots and promote grassroots. Those of you who say, oh, David, they promote grassroots again. Yeah, we're here pushing it. We see something fine, something nice in grassroots, we will. People forget that we went to Ghana and we went to interview the director of Right to Dream Football Academy. So I don't understand when you people say we don't promote grassroots. We just have to find the right time and the right moment and push it and find the balance as well. Because again, YouTube is a numbers game. It's not charity. It's not sentiment. A lot of people put their time and effort and money into this and we want to make it work. This is This is all I can say. But having said that, thank you very much, all of you, for your time on the show this morning. Once again, my name is Idafi Matias. You love to call me the Lagos One of Sports. Don't be the problem, be the solution. Look around you. There must be something that you can fix. And if you're lucky enough, you can scale it. Don't be like Olamide Adeniyi. Don't be responsible for people's finding their faces. Olamide, you're evil. You went to church and all you brought was hell on Man United fans. See, when you're looking for who did it, Bobby, it's Olamide Adeniyi that did this thing to you people on Sunday. It's the one that did it to you people. Olamide, please, don't do it to them again. But you can just trust more. Next time again, just say something. It can just happen, because it seems like the heavens hear you, right? Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. My name once again is Idafi Matias. You love to come to the Lagos Sports. This is the Lagos TV Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for being part of my community. Bye bye.